Y'all, NBA young boys just hit rock bottom again, and this time it's got everything to do with Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Yaya. The drama popped off after young boy drops some shocking lyrics about Yaya being pregnant again, and him allegedly telling her to get rid of it. But instead of clearing things up, Yaya went on full-blown meltdown, denying the rumors, firing shots of young boy's wife's mother, and dragging their whole marriage through the mud. And trust me, this story goes way deeper than a pregnancy. It's tied to years of chaos, violence, Yaya ending, NBA's wife, pregnancy, and Yaya's obsession with him that this won't let up. In his new track this month, Confessions off the Deshaun mixtape Young Boy Raw. Now y'all pregnant. Gotta make her get rid of it. This ain't the time I told you no, but that one line sent social media into flames with blogs instantly speculating that Yaya was carrying young boy's child again. Let's be real a second for 1 millisecond. Giving her past. Nobody thought it was too far-fetched, but Yaya wasn't having it. Hours later, she hopped online writing, "I don't know where y'all getting this from, but I'm not pregnant still." Her denial didn't kill the fire. Instead, things escalated fast. When Jalen Michelle's mom, aka young boy's mother-in-law, decided to jump in the mess, Tina blasted Yaya on Instagram saying, "She's a child, she needs a psychiatrist." No means no. Go find your own man, ugh. Well, instead of backing off, y'all doubled down and fired back with the fiery rant that took shots, not just at Tina, but also by young boys. Marriage. To Jalen, she wrote ain't ish real about that marriage, but them signatures on that paper, and this is where things got wild because Yaya wasn't just denying rumors anymore. She was attacking young boys' actual wife, calling their marriage fake, and putting a spotlight back on herself like she always does. And if you thought that this was just internet talk, nah y'all, it is deeper because let's not forget Yaya has a history of spiraling. Whenever NBA young boy moves on from one of his baby mamas to tattooing his face on her arm to catch him probation instead of prison time. For aggravated. Her obsession has always had dangerous consequences, and now with her blasting his wife and denying this alleged pregnancy, fans are asking one big question. Do y'all really end pregnancy with NBA young boy, or is this all part of her pledge to stay in his life forever? Y'all got buoy. Did you hear them lyrics before you decided to keep that baby? But here's the kicker, young boy's reaction in his music. Hence, he's the one who pushed for it. And if that's true, it means that there's way more going on behind the scenes than we realized. And y'all, the fallout could destroy his marriage and drag Floyd Mayweather into a scandal he doesn't want to touch. Now, before we act like this is just another baby mama versus wife drama, we gotta rewind a little bit because Yaya Mayweather is a history with NBA young boy. Has never been normal. It's always been violent, obsessive, and straight up destructive because back in April 2020, Yaya literally pulled up to NBA YoungBoy's Houston home and Labat Jacobs, who at the time was pregnant with young boys. Child court docs say Yaya admitted to unlawfully, intentionally, and unknowingly causing bodily harm with a knife. Now, she could have faced 20 years in prison, but prosecutors offered her a deal. 6 years of deferred probation, 40 hours of community service, and strict orders to never contact or threaten Laura again. So instead of prison, she's been walking free and still circling young boys' orbits, and your herd gets crazy. This wasn't just some random act of jealousy. Yaya has always been tied to young boy, and Wade said, screamed obsession for viral tattoos to blasting his other girlfriends online to, threatening anybody who questions her spot in his life. Yaya's made it clear she'll never let go. But this obsession comes with a cost because every time young boy tries to move on, whether it's with Jocelyn, Michelle, or any of the other women in his life, Yaya finds a way to re-enter the picture, usually through drama that forces his name into headline. And right now, this pregnancy scandal might be her boldest play yet because if young boy really pressured her to get rid of it, like his lyrics suggest, then we're not just talking about another Twitter fight. We're talking about a decision that could wreck his marriage, drag his family situation deeper into the mud, and even we scrutiny onto Y's mental stability. But here's the part that folks aren't talking about enough. Floyd Mayweather, the champion himself, remember Y is Floyd's daughter, and despite everything she's done, Floyd always publicly defended her. He'd been showing up in court appearances and flexing his money and lawyers to keep her free. But if these rumors are true that his daughter secretly ended another pregnancy with YoungBoy, how long can Floyd keep cleaning up her mess before it blows back in his own legacy? Because let's be real in second form, millisecond. Floyd's name is always tied to control, patrolling the ring, controlling his business. But when it comes to his daughter, she's out here being out of control, wiling out, attacking women, having folks, and allegedly being pressured to end pregnancies. That's the type of headline that stains even a billionaire brand. And y'all, this is exactly why fans are saying YoungBoy is breaking down. He's caught between a wife he is married to and an ex who won't let go. And a daddy who happens to be one of the most powerful athletes in the world. So when you really look at it, NBA YoungBoy's music has always been this therapy. Every meltdown, every fight, every heartbreak, he bleeds it under his tracks. But the latest lyric about Yaya now, Yaya pregnant, gotta make her get rid of it, hit different because it's something like regret. Like he's not just exposing her situation, but low-key exposing himself too. And fans have been piecing this story together, and many believe YoungBoy's unraveling. Behind the scenes. After all, this man is only 25 and already has over 11 children with multiple women. The pressure of balancing all these relationships plus a whole wifey at home, plus constant legal trouble has got to have him cornered. And it shows because insiders say YoungBoy's mood has been darker than ever, especially since he's still on house arrest in Utah, fighting cases and trying to stay productive through music, but instead of peace. He's dragging drama into new songs like Yaya's pregnancy, knowing it'll set off bombs online. Meanwhile, his wife, Jasmine Chalet, has been silent. She hasn't publicly reacted to Yaya's Denial Martinez comments, but silence doesn't always mean peace. Sometimes it's damage control, and if Yaya's right, the marriage is nothing but signatures on paper, then YoungBoy's whole image as a family man is hanging by a thread. And here's why. Floyd Mayweather's name looms heavy because while NBA YoungBoy tries to prove he's settled down of one of the wealthiest, most powerful men, his sports, if Floyd doesn't just have the money, he's got the lawyers, the influence, and the control. Insiders are whispering that Floyd has been quietly pulling strings to protect his daughter even when she be wilding out. Remember, Floyd was the one who got her probation deal when she Laura Jacobs. Now Floyd was also the one who made sure Yaya never saw prison bars, and Floyd was reportedly keeping his distance from NBA YoungBoy publicly, probably because he knows the chaos tied to his daughter's name could cost him his clean legacy. But it's the problem. NBA, a YoungBoy keeps putting Yaya in his music, and every time he does, Floyd's name gets dragged right back into the mess. And if fans start believing Floyd's daughter secretly into the pregnancy with NBA YoungBoy, then the Mayweather empire could take a major hit. Because this isn't just gossip, it's tied to domestic mental health and now allegedly forced abortion. Y'all know how cancel culture works. Once people start connecting dots, it's not just YoungBoy or Yaya who suffer, it's Floyd's billion-dollar brand too. And this is why fans online say YoungBoy is breaking down. He's got too many enemies, too many women tied to him, and now his own lyrics are exposing choices that could cost him his marriage, his career, and his whole mind. But it doesn't stop there because Yaya didn't just deny the rumor. She went full throttle. It's attacking NBA YoungBoy's wife's mom, dragging Jalen, and daring people to question her place in YoungBoy's life and the way she's moving. It definitely looks like she's ready to burn it all to the ground if she can't have them. But if you thought that this was just Yaya works, says Jalen's mom, think again because fans went nuts after NBA YoungBoy's lyric, and why, that's denial. The internet had a field day, and the reactions just show how divided people are about this. It's a love triangle, but one fan jumped in to defend Jalen, saying his wife is one of the strongest humans on this planet. Another turned into a pure comedy writing. Nick Cannon has 24 hours to respond, but some fans took an even harder stance on the baby mama culture surrounding YoungBoy. One comment went viral saying too many in this generation have become comfortable with just being a baby mama and not realizing they deserve more than what they've settled. For I had one child and chose to stop there until I know a man is fully committed to me and only me. I'm not having any more kids. I refuse to contribute to the cycle. And then you have the very blunt text. To be honest, I don't feel bad broke. I like 22 kids and y'all still letting them F y'all. And if y'all unprotected, 100,000,000% are fault y'all. These reactions matter because they show NBA YoungBoy's reputation is catching up to him what used to be. He is young, he's wild, has turned into he's reckless, and the women around him are paying the price. And for Yaya, who already has a criminal record and a son with YoungBoy, the public's sympathy is gone. People aren't buying her denials. They see her as addicted to the drama no matter how much it costs her image. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather has been ghost quiet, of course, no statements, no interviews, nothing. And that silence speaks volumes because every time Yaya flames out online, Floyd's billion-dollar empire takes a hit. And he's built his brand on discipline and control. But Yaya keeps proving he can't control her. If the rumors about ending another pregnancy are true, then Floyd is now tied to the headlines about violence, forced abortion, and toxic obsession, all things that could haunt his legacy for years. But as for NB, a young boy, well, he looks like a man breaking down. His music is filled with pain, regret, and mess that never stops. His marriage is being called fake by his ex and the internet, and his mother-in-law is dragging Y online. His fan base has roasted him for having more kids than he could take care of, and his wife is being praised for holding on. While everybody else thinks the ship is sinking, but the craziest part, this might just be the beginning if Yara really feels like she's being pushed out of the picture, because she's not the type to disappear quiet. She's the type to double down and spill secrets and drag everybody with her. And that could be more in the music dishes from YoungBoy and more like public clap acts from Jalen's family and maybe even Floyd. Finally stepping in if things got too far. But here's where I'll leave it, but let's leave it like this. When you mix obsession, money, and fame, and fallout is always bigger than the rumor, and right now it's the ended pregnancy scandal that has the potential to tear apart not just YoungBoy's family, but also Floyd Mayweather's fatherless brand. So y'all tell me, was YoungBoy's lyric just another wild bar for retention, or plus he confessing the truth about Yaya actually ending the pregnancy because her quick denial ain't fooling nobody? And the way she lashed out at his wife's mom almost felt like the guilt talking. And if that's the case, and the real question is how deep does this all go? Do Yaya really make the choice under pressure? And if so, what does that mean for Jasmine's marriage to NBA YoungBoy and Floyd's silence while his daughter's name keeps getting dragged? Something about this story ain't adding up with these seats, and we've been digging into it, and it's suggesting we might already know the answer. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because what am I about to drive next? Might just confirm if IR really ended it, and trust me, you don't want to miss it.